Hello and one and all, and No Time to Die has had its release in both the UK and the US and other places in the world. I am here to talk spoilers about No Time to Die, so if you guys still need some time to watch the film, if you're from America and you still need to watch No Time to Die, then I suggest you do not watch this video. But for those who have seen it or who don't care about spoilers, welcome anyways. And before we get on with the video, need to put something on in tribute. That's better. There we go. Okay, so we start off with a gun barrel sequence. This is the second and final, unfortunately, gun barrel sequence that you do get with Daniel Craig at the very beginning of the film. You do have 5 other gun barrel sequences with Craig in them. And I actually do like how unique it was. You know, you were showing the new MGM logo, the Universal Studios logo, and I liked how the dot went this way rather than going that way. And then it did eventually go that way to the right as well in its usual direction. And of course you see Bond, and it's the only time where you get to see Craig wearing a tux in a gun barrel sequence. But hey, it is what it is. All the other Bonds have either stayed in their same outfits. Craig has had completely different gun barrel sequences. Casino Royale's gun barrel sequence I think is still the best because it ties into the title sequence very nicely. The Quantum one was really fast and it just seemed like Mark Forster wanted just to end the film constantly with a gun barrel sequence. And Skyfall as well. And of course Spectre, we did have a gun barrel sequence at the very beginning with the classic design, even though it didn't look very appealing. This, however, kind of does look appealing. It looks like a gun camera, like Quantum and Skyfall does. And Casino Royale kind of does as well, but it's kind of a mixture between classic and the newer gun barrel sequence in my eyes. And there's no blood this time around. No blood drips down the screen. And I was like, okay. But I am starting to come realizing, yeah, gun barrels are starting to become like a Fox logo thing or Universal Studios thing. Starting to become a big film company studio logo thing. Yeah, okay, the gun barrel sequence is going to be like that from now on, you know. And I hope they keep them at the beginning anyway, if they're going to make more. I'm assuming they are anyway. And I do like how it opens up very nicely onto the film. It's the only Craig gun barrel sequence that unfortunately opens up. It doesn't move the dot or anything. It just zooms in and you're in this world. And you see the past of Madeline Swan. You know, you see also a young version of Rami Malek who's wearing this mask, this Michael Myers type mask. You know, Safin is basically killing Madeline's mother and everything. And we cut to the present day, and she's with Bond and everything. And I do love seeing the Aston Martin DB5 and everything. You know, I love the pre-title sequence. It's amazing. You know, they're eventually getting on well with each other, and then Bond is starting to realize that Madeline Swan is technically part of Spectre, despite the fact that how Mr. White, who got killed off in Spectre, is technically the father of Madeline Swan. They eventually start to have an argument, and then you do get some action going on. I love the action sequence. It's so intense. The music, dun 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 dun, and I do love the callback to Vesperlin. You know, Bond is at the grave, and everything, and you have a jump scare explosion as well, which sort of reminded me in 1917 where the soldier was climbing on the bridge, and you hear a gunshot. That sort of reminded me of that. I love when movies do that, do an unexpected jump scare like an explosion or a gunshot, whatever. In that case, there. And Cary Fukunaga, hopefully I've pronounced his name right. If I haven't, then I'm sorry. The director of the film, he directs the film superbly. And also, you do get a jump scare with, Safin with the mask and everything, And Bond is taking, Madeline onto the train, and we lead on to the main title sequence of the film. I love the Doctor No callback with the color dots and everything, and I love how Billie Eilish's song "No Time to Die" is played out. It's played out brilliantly in the title sequence, and I do love the title sequence for the most part, despite the fact that whenever you're looking at some characters, you can't really tell whose is which because there's lines in there, but you can see Bond and Madeline anyway. But I actually thought I enjoyed the title sequence quite a bit. It was really, really cool, and I love the "No Time to Die" song. Then we cut to 5 years later. Haha, Avengers Endgame callback. Bond is at Jamaica, and he meets Felix Leiter. Felix Leiter, Bond's best friend, or probably one of, I'm not big of a knowledge on Felix Leiter, but he's a great character anyways. I loved seeing him back anyways. And you do get introduced to Naomi, who is the 007 in this film because Bond is retired. And you do meet Plummer, who is the Bond girl who only has one scene, unfortunately, but the character is brilliant. There's action going on, and you're starting to realizing the thing that Safin kills. People are melting in there. That's the thing that Safin, the main villain, is doing. There's action going on. You do get the iconic Bond, James Bond, at the hotel when Bond is going back to see the MI6 crew. It's great and all, and I loved seeing Ben Whishaw, Ralph Fiennes, Naomi Harris, Roy Kinnear, all those characters from the MI6 team. It's amazing, and I do love how you get some On Her Majesty Secret Service vibes. You get that theme, dun 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 dun. Whenever Bond and M, or Gareth Mallory, whatever you want to call him anyway, Ralph Fiennes, they're constantly talking, and the On Her Majesty Secret Service's theme is playing there. There's callbacks to it. I love all the callbacks. Excuse me. Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die feel like anniversaries to the Bond series. This is kind of like the 60th anniversary for Bond anyway. No Time to Die, because let's face it, next year is 2022, and yeah. And Bond has a child. Yes, indeed. He meets Madeline Swan again. And I love how there's humour in there. There was humour in Spectre, but it kind of felt a bit flat for me. Bond landing on a sofa and the Italian guy getting airbagged, whatever. The humour is brilliant in this film. Another child? It's fantastic. And I forgot to mention in my spoiler-free review, the cinematography is glorious. Skyfall looked very fresh by Roger Deakins, who shot that film. The film looked very grey and just so clean and all. But this film, it's colourful and very crisp in No Time to Die. The cinematography is great. I cannot decide which. It's like, I thought Skyfall was going to be the best looking. It probably still is, but take a look at No Time to Die. It links with colours. It's gorgeous cinematography. in every way. And you know, unfortunately, Felix Leiter dies in this film, which it did hit me quite a bit. You know, and of course you do see Christoph Waltz and Stavro Blofeld in there. He gets killed off by Safin Meltkill. Also, Bond trying to choke on him. You know, and then we eventually get to the Bond, the villain layer of the film. You see Safin there and everything. The Madeline Swan and her child are all there and everything. There's action going on. Really, the only problem I have with No Time to Die, I still love the film. I've only seen it once, but I wish to see it again. But this is the best time I had to fit in my spoiler review anyway. But I think Rami Malek as Safin is very appealing as a villain. He looks creepy. He looks appealing. But really, he doesn't really get much to do. I mean, I think he's better than Christoph Waltz's Blofeld, because he just kind of felt very bland, and certainly better than the villain from Quantum of Solace. But Le Chiffre and Silver are like top-tier Bond villains. Safin is kind of somewhere in the middle, regards to Bond villains. But other than that, everything else about No Time to Die I love to no end. And some explanations that have been going on that Bond would die in the film, and he did. And it really hit me so hard. I mean, after killing Safin, Bond is very broken, he's injured, he's climbing up the ladder, he's talking to Madeline, these rockets are launching, and Bond is sacrificing himself. And I've not cried this much since Avengers Endgame, pretty much, because Bond was such a character that meant so much to me. And I know this is going to become the last Jedi of James Bond, particularly of that moment where Bond sacrifices himself. And I can totally understandable. I'm not going to judge you for that if you don't like the scene. That's totally understandable. But my God, it's handled so well. You understand because of the kill power that Safin has, and Bond seems to have it, and he's all injured, he's shot. He's getting weak, and he did make the right decision. And I love how all the MI6 characters and Naomi, the new 007, are all toasting to Bond for James. And I love the scene where Madeline and the daughter are going off into the tunnel, and that's the end of No Time to Die. Whew. Yes, guys, that is my Bond review series complete. Happy days. Spoiled everything. What did you guys think of No Time to Die's ending and what have you? If you didn't like it, it's okay, it's fine. We all have our opinions anyway. I mean, Daniel Craig's tenure has certainly impacted me quite a bit. I love the pre-title sequence, the titles, the action scenes with Plummer and all, and the scenes with Felix Leiter, and and the sacrifice is done really well, despite how it can divide some people, and that's fine. But all the previous Bond films, from Doctor No up to Die Another Day, seem like standalone films, particularly the Ian Fleming adapted ones, while Daniel Craig's era, from Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre to No Time to Die, it's pretty much a saga, pretty much, despite the fact how you could consider Casino Royale and Skyfall, which are two of the best still in my eyes. You can consider them standalone films because they're not really touching anything, pretty much. Quantum of Solace somewhat does that because, it it is technically made back to back from Casino Royale, and it does touch Vesper. Spectre is the film that pretty much made the Craig era a saga, pretty much. You know, it brings back references to characters and all, you know, and No Time to Die, in my opinion, is the third great Craig Bond film, despite the fact that you have to watch the other ones before you can watch this one, you know. But I'm glad that No Time to Die is out, you know. And if you've not seen it for any reason, and if you don't care, please watch No Time to Die. You know, it's worth your time, you know. If you don't like it, it happens. We all have our opinions. It's okay to be divided, you know. Comment down below, let me know why you think No Time to Die isn't as good as what people are saying. I would love to hear why, you know, because I like this to be a respectful fan base on this YouTube channel. But that's my spoiler review for No Time to Die. And guys, if you're new to my channel, I am a movie reviewer from the UK that likes to review movies and classics as well, especially when something new comes out and on special occasions, especially during October for Halloween, which I'm doing some more reviews, guys. Look forward. But that's my Bond series done. If you want to check out my playlist, I will play it in a minute here, or in a sec. If you are new to my channel, once again, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and notify the notification bell before you leave. All of my social media links can be found in the description below. And as always, until my next video, I shall see you then, and peace.